All right. What up, what up, what up, and welcome back to Pnoid News. Man, listen, I know it's been like 3-4 days. I've been busy, right? So, I wanted to bring you some solutions to the problems of what's been going on, right? As far as policing, as far as all the bullshit and everything is concerned, I wanted to bring you some answers to things, right? Because, we do a lot of complaining about shit. But I wanted to bring back some solution-oriented ideologies. And I wanted to show what's going on as far as why we're having the issues that we're having, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important. All right, so this is the Rust Belt, okay? This is all the places, right, that were highly affected by deindustrialization in America, right? Places that were massively industry, like fucking, Michigan, most of Ohio along the Great Lakes, Buffalo, New York, Trenton, New Jersey, Camden, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and like a lot of these places actually had more people come in, but the fucking places are starving to death. So, they're fucking massively crime-ridden. Pittsburgh, Ohio, right? And they have been losing people, right? I heard people go, well, you should just move if there's no jobs. I'm like, well, a lot of people have, right? But the problem is, when you're talking about 951,000 fucking people, or, when you're talking about 383,000 people, 274,000 people, 2.7 million people, right? Where are you going to go? That's the fucking problem you run into. So, that being said, what is the solution when you end up losing all of your fucking industry, right? You end up deindustrializing. And your economy goes from agrarian to fucking industrial to service, right? And the service sector has to be backed up by an industrial sector. Like, that's just how shit has to operate, because you need these people with decent jobs. And you need decent jobs for people who don't have a lot of education, right? You know what I'm saying? When you have people who are not that fucking smart, you know what I mean? When you have the average IQ of 100 in your country, that means half the people are going to have less than 100 IQ, right? Just by raw math. So those people need to have fucking work. And they need work that they're able to support themselves and a wife and a couple of kids, right? And just not in some lap of luxury bullshit, but in a fucking decent life where they're all eating and they're surviving, and you ain't got to worry about them coming out to rob you because they're fucking hungry, right? Because that's how you get civil unrest, legitimately. Now, with that being said, what do you do, right? What do you do when your society is this fucked up to where you have all these individuals inside of these places that need help, right? Well, I'll tell you what you do. First things first is you need to understand that how you're living right now is not how you should be living, right? You need to go backwards. You need to get rid of things like building permits. You need to get rid of things like fucking business permits. You need to get rid of things like occupational licenses. You need to get rid of things like fucking divorce. You need to get rid of things like child support. You need to get rid of things like real estate taxes. You need to get rid of all the stuff that you fucking put on people's necks when you were massively industrialized and you wanted to be able to make money off of how people were fucking building and fucking growing, okay? Because if an animal, all right, because basically what all these things are parasites, right? They're parasites on the body politic. And if you have an animal that ends up losing arms and legs, right? The parasites on the arms and legs have to disappear, or else you'll just end up killing the animal. You know what I mean? It's just how it fucking operates. So with that being said, we need to get rid of the ability. We need to have people have the ability to start businesses and start operations and do things that can grow new economies inside of their fucking areas, right? And you're not going to do that as long as you have all this government structure in place, literally trying to stop them. You know what I mean? You need to be able to start a fucking restaurant in your garage. You know, you need to be able to, you know, fucking start, you know what I mean, a small welding operation or whatever the case might be. You shouldn't have to put in fucking handicap ramps if you want to sell cars out of your backyard, right? Because these are all things that, like, fucking the government's trying to get in your way because they literally just want money, right? And they're trying to live because the government, you know what I'm saying, they don't understand that, like, everybody else is starving because their paycheck hasn't been fucking affected. But the rest of ours has. And that's the issue. The government, they still get fucking pensions and fucking health insurance and everything paid for by the fucking state, while the rest of us are out here fucking starving to death. That's the truth. We need to get rid of all the government that was put in place. We need to get rid of things like child support. You can't expect a dude to continue to pay a fucking bill, right, when he's out of fucking work. Like, it's that simple. We need to get rid of no-fault divorce. That needs to go the fucking way of the dinosaur, okay? Because people need to learn how to be adults and parents and family members again. This is just part of how fucking life works. When you have a major decline in your ability to provide and grow as a fucking culture and society, all the things that came with that need to be disappeared until you continue growing again. It's that simple. So, goddamn, man. So with that being said, you need to be able to stand here and get everything out of the way possible for poor people to be able to make a come up. All the fucking laws that, like, and especially, like, all the shit that, like, you know, these big businesses pass so that, you know, I mean, you as a small guy will never be able to compete with them. That all needs to go away. Legit. That all needs to fucking disappear. I think that in order to help, right, you can look to places like China. What China did was they provided electricity to their steel industry in order to grow it, right? I think that the U.S. government should back up in internet. You know what I mean? They should just, in general, like, just go in and fucking, you know, I don't know, make a massive investment with the Federal Reserve into, like, fucking, like, Comcast or somebody like that and go, hey, look, you need to put internet into all of these neighborhoods that ended up being deindustrialized. And everybody needs to just get free internet. Everyone, right? And this will allow for the free flow of ideas and allow for the opportunity for individuals to be able to build, right? I think that is a positive step we could take socially to help everybody get where they need to be. Maybe we need to provide electricity to all these individuals. Maybe we need a shit ton of small business grants to get people started off. And no permits, as I said. No, you're not feeding the fucking government. These governments are not being fed. No more schooling, right? Like, no more, like, traditional schools. It's all going to be fucking through the internet. And that's why, like, I think you should do the internet thing right. Because, like, legit, I think all the kids, like, the moms should be forced to stay home and, you know what I mean, fucking take care of the kids and educate them. And dads can, you know, do whatever the fuck it is they need to do. Like, once all these bills are off their fucking neck and they're not struggling no more, they have the opportunity to become industrious, right? And you'll watch motherfuckers do it too, legit. They do it in my fucking city all the time. The moment you get rid of all the bullshit, like, if you catch a black dude in my neighborhood, 24, 25 years old, he ain't got no kids, ain't got no shit going on, that motherfucker legitimately will be out here hustling. And it'll be, like, legal, like, he'll be selling sneakers and fucking, like, by the time he's 30, he'll be flipping fucking houses and shit. People will be successful, but you have to get out of their fucking way. That's what we need to do. We need to get out of these people's fucking way. And I'm not saying like black people, white people, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, whoever it is, Irish, German, fucking name them, Italians, whoever's still stuck in these fucking areas, right? All the people who are up there making fucking coal in these fucking regions and shit. Again, You need to get out of these people's fucking way. That's why, like, the coal reasons don't get talked about a lot, because they don't have fucking permits and problems. These people just went back to their fucking land and figured out a new way because the government didn't bother them. Issue is, inside of the cities, the government continues to fucking bother you. When you don't have building permits, you can go, hey, you know what, man, let's put this fucking, put a new heating system in, or, fucking, I'll stand here and put a coal fucking stove in here, and it'll all be like shit you made your fucking self. And you don't have to fucking worry about dumb shit. You can re-insulate your house without having to pay for the fucking permit to do so, without getting fucking inspections and shit. All these things are major milestones to being able to be successful and rebuild. Anyway, yo, look, I got shit I gotta go do. I'ma fucking holla at y'all motherfuckers later. Peace. Be like one, my brothers. Later.